Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Kai Savatari, aka Savatari, with me, my co-host Callum, the Smithy.
Yep, I'll be here annoying you all day.
What's up, fellas? And welcome to this MTGOnes anniversary tournament. It's a 10-year anniversary, and we got 126 players in the room, 7 rounds of Swiss, plus the top 8, stacked prices. We're gonna talk about this later, but yeah, man, dude, this is insane.
Yeah,
all happening in Lyon, France. And thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. So this is the second round for this tournament, and
thank you, JM. And we got some dark rituals. Oh, I can see an entomb. Yeah, it's the Black Saga Storm. So we are playing some dark rituals today.
Dude, I love that.
Tell me about these decks.
I love that so much. So for everyone who's not familiar with what Dark Ritual is able to do, like you can do like nasty stuff with this card, right? Like you can either be JM and just cast a Doomsday, which exiles your whole library except of 5 cards, and you go into Thassa's Oracle or some other cards. Jace Wheel of Mysteries is very popular too these days. Or you do what Amédée does with Black Saga Storm, like kind of like this regular like Tendrils of Agony kind of finish deck. So I'm really curious. I think both decks have lots of interaction too. There's like Hand Disruption, Doomsday plays counters. Yeah,
it's going to be really back and forth, as you said. Both decks have the potential to kill turn 1 and turn 2. I think Black Saga Storm is a bit faster, but both can do it. But Doomsday, despite being a little bit slower, does have the counter magic. It has the Force of Wills, a few days is quite often.
Hell yeah.
So Black Saga Storm kind of dropped off with Vexing Bauble in the format because it really relies on Lion's Eye Diamond. Most lists play Orcish Bowmasters. I'm not quite sure on the list exactly yet, but this one is trying to cast Echo of Eons with your Lion's Eye Diamonds. So yeah, Vexing Bauble really put a number on this deck.
It's just like this deck, it just, if you like showing off what you got, what your deck really does, then you want to play Black Saga Storm.
Yeah.
Because
it also plays Beseech the Mirror, which also Vexing Bauble stopped. So now, this was a popular deck. It is incredibly strong. I think it's one of the best kind of Storm style decks in the format, and it's back with a vengeance now.
Oh yeah, hell
in
yeah.
light of the bannings.
It's also like hella fun to play.
Well, like throwing some Bowmasters down and just like
we shooting.
Yeah.
And again, so this is also the very first time you guys get English commentary on this tournament series. There has been coverage before for the past couple of events, but you can always check them on the link down below. It's Le Coin du Jeu. They will mostly be French, so if you can speak French, that's extra bonus points for you, of course. But we're gonna go with English this time. So happy to see you all in chat.
We are off. So as a Saga from Amédée, usually this is a card you want to play like turn 2 or maybe turn 1 with Soul Land and things. But here, the function of this is to make constructs after sideboarding generally. But here, game 1, you want to play it turn 1, find a Lion's Eye Diamond very often. Sometimes you'll find a Mox Opal, like whatever. Yeah. But now we see a Mox Opal in play already. So nothing turn 1 and turn 2 from the Storm deck. But I think next turn, if there is a next turn, we'll see some fire.
There's a next turn.
This could be an Orcish Bowmasters. It smells
like Delta. Like Delta could like literally anything.
Yeah. Well, I guess they don't know the decks, do they? Like, we're very lucky we get to see the names here. But Delta could be anything, could be Delver or whatever. But, yeah, Amédée just very much holding up Bowmasters, it seems like. Or well, now I think we're getting it. What do you think Amédée is thinking?
Okay, shit, I should have gone for it turn 1, maybe.
Maybe, but...
Because now the cat's out of the bag, right? Like, both players know there's not going to be much creature combat in this game.
No. Okay, Dark Ritual Doomsday, we are off already. And we see a Force of Will in JM's hand as well. So, going to 19 off the fetch already. So you're going to go down to 9 life here. And there we go, yep. Go to 9 life, so that means it's resolved.
Right.
And I wonder if you can have a win here. Does Brainstorm win here?
Yeah, Brainstorm does. So does a Cycler. Like Doomsday is such a weird card from like back in the day from like Weatherlights. Essentially you make a new library with your graveyard and your library. 5 cards has to be 5, and it usually has like a mix of like Disruption, the Thassa's Oracle you're gonna win the game with, and you can build it in so different ways. I think JM has a massive advantage just because he knows what he's up against, and he knows that the Black Saga Storm deck doesn't play any counters, doesn't play any removal spells, there's no dress down, stifles, like none of that.
Yeah,
Right?
no blue mana up. If it went for the Mox Opal, this could be a variety of decks, I think. But the Mox Opal really gives it away. Like, if he knows the format well enough, it's going to be Black Saga Storm, I think.
Yeah, dude.
It could be some Helm deck.
Yeah, you're right.
But...
Like the Mox Opal doesn't really do anything. This.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the furthest away from Metalcraft.
Yeah. So we see an Edge of Autumn, then a Lion's Eye Diamond, with Thassa's Oracle on the bottom and a Street Wraith underneath.
Dude, this is the scary one. This is a scary pile.
So this is going down to 7 off the Street Wraith, drawing a few extra cards. Bowmasters could come in and shoot down to 8. Bowmasters could disrupt here.
Potentially. Yeah, just gotta make sure that you don't draw 9 cards, huh? And you're 5 cards.
And I missed the middle card.
So we got. I think I think it's a consider.
Yeah.
It's a Lion's Eye Diamond, Edge of Autumn. I saw Thassa's Oracle, obviously, and then the last card I kind of missed, but.
We do see the Brainstorm in JM's hand. We also see a Daze and a Force of Will and a second Brainstorm for the Force. This is what they call the nuts.
This is pretty much the nuts, dude. This is pretty much the nuts, and like.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything stops this hand. Really, this is Doomsday showing why it's so strong. Some games it takes some while because it's called Doomsday. You need to find the card Doomsday. This is why you play pretty bad cards like Personal Tutor.
You have to.
I don't think I've ever met any Doomsday player that likes Personal Tutor in my life.
Nope, no sir.
But yeah, here comes the Brainstorm. And
okay, I mean, if you have the Bowmaster, you gotta play it.
Absolutely.
You gotta play it now.
I love this. I love the Dark Ritual here. Even if he has a Bowmasters, he could have 2. One's gonna get dazed, one's gonna get forced. But even if he only has 1, I love playing the Dark Ritual here, playing around days.
Okay, playing around days, yeah.
Fantastic. Wait, he might pitch. Okay, he almost pitched the days because he could have a second Bowmasters here. And because of the Brainstorm,
right.
Bowmasters would shoot down to 6. Then you need to draw off the Edge of Autumn and the Street Wraith, and the Street Wraith makes you go down to 4. Doesn't quite get there anyway, but
all right. So you put a blank card on top, and then the consider.
Yeah.
On top, you play the LED, and and you pass the turn
because he has mana floating. No. I think he's in his first main phase.
Oh, gotcha.
Amédée has 1 black floating.
Gotcha, dude. Smart, very smart. I forgot we are in France, dude. Like smart plays. Smart plays are on the menu today. Okay.
Yeah. I think here for me, both players. So he could have played the Dark Ritual to cast the Entomb as well, but I think predominantly he's playing it to play around days. I think here these are the minute decisions where like playing Dark Ritual to play around days, passing the turn because of open mana, trying to play around other Bowmasters. It's just these tight little things where they don't come up like 9 out of 10 times, but the one time they do, it can win or lose you a game.
Okay.
Cool. So here we see the LED, and now he is going to be holding priority. So the trick here, Lion's Eye Diamond, almost a Black Lotus.
Almost.
Tell us how it is a Black Lotus.
As close as it gets.
Yeah.
Like, since you have to discard your whole hand, you have to, like, put a draw activation or a draw spell on the stack first and then crack the LED with the draw spell on the stack.
Cool. There we see Thassa's Oracle coming to play, winning the game, really tight pile. Sometimes, when I've played Doomsday in the past, I've struggled with making a pile because actually 1 or 2 cards just don't matter, right?
Yeah.
You find that?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But here, he went to an empty library because he's playing against a black deck that could be a Fatal Pish.
Sure.
So the last Street Wraith was just getting to an empty library just to make sure. The Consider was such a nice addition to the deck as well to fight through, to just get through your pile.
Yeah, dude.
Previously, you'd play Ideas Unbound, Deep Analysis, don't know.
Yeah.
Right, so now we're going to sideboarding. What do you think favors?
So, oh man, like usually what happens in those both sideboard games is that both decks add more disruption. I think more counter magic, more discard. You will definitely see more discard on both decks, I think.
Yeah.
Plus, Doomsday has more counter magic post sideboard, so the decks will generally slow down a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
But
like we see JM. I saw Force of Negation on the top of the pile. That makes a lot of sense. And I saw Amédée with Duress at the top of the pile.
Yeah.
So this is exactly as you said. Discard and counter magic.
So it's going to be a little harder for the two decks to fire off their combo, but at the same time, I think this kind of favors the Black Saga Storm because like Ursa Saga gets better because the games tend to go a little longer.
Yeah, you can make
and
a
also,
construct.
and also like Bomas, this is kind of obnoxious, I think, because you can't force negate it, you can't Fluster Storm it, and if the game goes longer, then like days becomes really weird too.
Yeah. I think the other thing is, Black Saga Storm didn't get to show its thing. Obviously we saw like a dark ritual for the Bowmasters in Tomb. If there was another turn there, if Amédée got turn 3, they were going to win. Probably. Very, very likely. The Entomb got the Echo of Eons, as we saw, and then even without Lion's Eye Diamond, there was a Mox Opal in play. You get an LED off the Saga that's coming off, so you're going to make 3 mana, 4 mana at least with the Bowmasters in play. Ping for 7 with the finger guns. And then you draw 7 more cards. Maybe you play another Bowmasters. It goes off.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. Do you find that a faster combo deck like Black Saga Storm with more discard is better than one that's a mix like with counter magic?
Oh man, dude, this is such a tough question. I think like Doomsday has probably more hands they can keep.
That makes sense.
Maybe, right? Like Black Saga Storm has like they might have too many, like a couple of hands that maybe force them to go all in, even though they don't want to.
Yeah,
that's possible.
Additionally,
and also like they don't play any library manipulation, right? Like that's a big advantage for Doomsday as well.
Yeah, true. Rather than cantrips and library manipulation, they play tutors like Beseech of the Mirror generally.
Right.
Yeah, I think also Doomsday, despite just winning on turn 2 with the crazy hand, wants the game to go a bit longer. Generally, as the game gets longer, counter magic is a bit better than discard.
Sure. Yeah.
Although at the same time, if you're holding up the counters, the discard's going to hit it later. But it's a dynamic that you can sculpt and set up more.
Definitely.
Because you can't discard a Doomsday that's on top of the deck. I've heard of this, the Thoughtseize bug, something like that. I've heard of.
Yeah, so personal tutor is actually like putting the card on top is actually not that terrible in this matchup in particular, even though it's card disadvantage.
Yeah.
We shall see. I was told by many Storm players that like the play pattern they fear the most is when the Doomsday player does the Doomsday thing very quickly, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And they would like to play against like a blue-black control deck rather that eventually combos off.
Yeah. It's always when you keep a risky hand that goes like turn 1 Dark Ritual Doomsday, and you're like, oh
yeah,
dear.
you do.
I am dead.
Dangerous territory.
Yeah, we see consigns in the sideboard. I like not bringing in them. Like it can counter a Lion's Eye Diamond. It could counter a Saga trigger sometimes, but it's a bit niche, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if that card is necessary.
Force of Negation, Thoughtseize, and I missed the middle card. But exactly as you said, just more disruption, slowing down. I believe I saw JM take out personal tutors. So despite, as we said, being good against discard, I think if you're bringing in these more pitch cards, you can only have so much card disadvantage, right?
Right. Like also you got to cut something, right? Like,
yeah.
Probably like cards I would cut first as a Doomsday player myself. I'd probably, of course, all win conditions.
Just street races as well.
Yeah, dude, you gotta do the LSV thing, Cast Doomsday opponent concedes.
Just please.
Dude.
I think people have learned not to do that against Doomsday because like there's a chance you just mess this up,
dude.
right?
Oh, you don't know how many people have conceded to me casting ad nauseum, dude. I just put ad nauseum deck, they did the scoop. I was like, dude, like what?
It feels like the new Necrodominance deck, like 20% of the time they just die, or like they don't hit it. And ad nauseum, I've seen that card kill people a lot. Cool. So we are going into game 2, and Amédée will be on the play, we assume, and could just have a turn 1. This deck very often does just go like Lion's Eye Diamond, Echo of Eons, because you can play out a Mox Opal or a Lotus Pedal or a land, and as soon as you do that, assuming the Echo resolves, you're up a card, right?
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
You take these. I see.
Okay.
In JM's hand, I think it's a Doomsday at the front. I saw a Force. No, it's a Dark Ritual at the front, and a Doomsday and a Force. This JM sacrificed a goat last night.
Okay, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Amédée also he has Echo of Eons and Lion's Eye Diamond, so it's a guaranteed Tongue Twister on turn 1. I think it has like a Lotus Petal, an Entomb or something, maybe like a land.
I think
so the hand does something.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's enough,
Do you think you can afford to mulligan something that like plays out a couple of permanents and then echoes?
I think so.
You can afford that?
I think so. Yeah.
Because you really
as long as you have time twisters in your deck, you can kind of
you can mulligan quite low.
You can kind of go.
Yeah, because I guess he could just have like Black Source, Duress, Echo, LED. Here we see one of the newer additions to the format, Fel the Profane, which is one of the MDFCs, modal double face cards. They've changed the format quite a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
Oops All Spells has become a menace. Oh, we do have a Thoughtseize.
It's a pitchable land. Oh, dude, this is...
Yeah.
Is it Thoughtseize into Tongue Twister?
Could be.
Echo
Storm Count 2.
Dude, this...
You know, you're
like,
in trouble.
Dude, this is the stuff they tell you not to worry about.
You'll be fine.
This shit bangs.
Yeah. Okay. So Fluster as well.
Man,
Turn 1 Doomsday with a force, and it's double force, so you can't even like just take the additional blue card. Sometimes if your opponent has a force and like a pitch card, you can take the blue action spell and leave them with just a force and nothing to pitch. But here, double force, so you obviously can't just take a force. This hand is good.
Man, I wish I thought this was a Cabal Therapy.
Yeah. Because you could take the Fluster Storm and then... Well, you'd name Forcible, I guess. But if you had a Cabal Therapy to follow up... Because Black Saga Storm does generally play 2 Cabal Therapies.
Like, so, yeah, what about taking that Doomsday maybe and just go slow?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, look, I got it. You got counter magic, but nothing else.
Yeah, I think you do take the Doomsday because if you're not sure, take the card that's named the deck's named after.
And you slow roll, like, dude, like taking Doomsday and drop that with a Saga, that'd be insane. I don't think MD has a Ursa Saga. I don't know. But it would be such a strong counterplay.
Yeah. I definitely saw a Lotus Petal in the hand, and I feel like I saw a Saga at the back, but it's hard to see for sure. If so, and if there's another land, I like this playing it slower, just getting information.
Like Control Storm.
Control Storm.
It's a new archetype. Control Storm.
So interesting. What do you think of JM's decision not to force this Thoughtseize? He stopped and thought about it for a second. I can see arguments for both because you can protect the Doomsday, but you're opening yourself up to the faster combo deck, right?
Yeah, dude, this is a really tough decision.
Would you
like? I kind of like just letting resolve, honestly, because LED Echo-Veon's just so scary. It can happen anytime.
Yeah, I think I agree. It's like there's a Misty Rainforest that is a Surveil land. It takes a force. Interesting.
Okay.
And he's tanked on this a long time, so it really depends on the texture of the hand. Yeah, we do see Pedal, Echo, LED. Oh, and what's the card in the middle? Yep. And then he passes.
Okay. Passing a turn.
So I guess the gambit here is, you're going to Echo and get a thing, but he's going to top deck a... Oh, he didn't play the Doomsday.
He didn't play the Doomsday, holding up Fluster Storm.
This is why you're here?
Dude, this blue-black control
so
in the house.
So there's a Pluto Delta played, and we know that the lands in hand... Ooh, Bowmasters. But we knew the lands in hand were a Misty and an Underground Sea. So gives a bit of information away there.
Oh, yeah.
But might want to fetch a basic.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows? Bowmaster's coming down. So now... This was the card that we couldn't see in hand. Now the Force of Will is making a bit more sense. You're kind of baiting out the second Force of Will here, and then you have the Echo in hand. At the end.
Right. Oh, that's a good-looking token. I don't know where did it come from.
I don't know. It's a bit weird. I'm not sure about the colors.
Okay.
What does it say? Pork army?
Pork army.
Cool. So we see the Bowmasters resolve because we see the token in play now. I like letting this resolve. You have your combo already. You have a Fluster as some protection for a discard spell, or an Echo, which is probably coming.
Right on.
And you probably need the blue card for the Force of Will in case your Amédée can play an Echo with mana up for Fluster. So maybe we're thinking about doing something in response here. But we do know the hand, and we do see the Echo. So Amédée really wants to draw a discard spell here.
Right.
Because he knows that the Pluto Delta was the draw for turn.
Yeah.
So
he had technically that's his win condition right there.
The Bowmasters.
He could go mono black aggro mode maybe from here.
Yeah. Guess we're surveilling now. maybe, although the token's in play, there's a chance that he's thinking about force willing the orc. He's just like prepared token, a prepared army.
Absolutely.
You got to prepare your army before the mustering for the battle. He might be looking for some information on the surveyor land to see if there's, what's on top, and then you can make a decision. If there's a brainstorm on top, then you might want to not let the bowmasters resolve. Because we still see. Okay, LED.
LED goes down.
Oh, this was a main phase bowmasters. That makes sense.
Good.
Okay. The main phase bowmasters is because, if he forces it, then you're going to want to crack the LED and echo there.
Right.
Yeah.
And JM just assumes that there is an confiance in Amédée's hand, right?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't know, but it's possible.
Mm-hmm. And as good as bowmasters against Doomsday, it doesn't actually kill here.
It does not.
Because Consider gets through the pile as well. I think JM is looking like in a very, very good spot. Because these hands have been nuts.
Right.
We might have seen the force if there was another blue card drawn for turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, if there's a personal tutor, for example, you don't need to cast that. You've got your Doomsday already. So it's interesting to see how the game plays out because, Amédée took ages on the tanking of taking the Doomsday or a Forcible, I think. And here, taking the Force was playing to win, like hoping for a top deck discard spell would put him in a really good position.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if JM took the bait on the Orcish Bowmasters, it could have worked.
Yeah, very possible.
Mm-hmm.
So we have JM on 9 life. Technically, he's on 7 life because there's an attack coming for at least 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Might even be more if there's another Boma, so we don't know about that. But yeah, let's just make a pile that doesn't draw too many cards here.
Yeah, so we see an Underground Sea at the front. We see a Thassa's Oracle, so unsurprisingly. A Street Wraith.
Good choice.
That's going to hurt. It's technically a 7. That's going to pay another 3 life because of the Bowmaster's ping. But
okay, so
that's not 0.
Yeah, so if you see Street Wraith there, like James probably 100% sided out Edge of Autumn, which I would have done too. Okay. Like the card just doesn't. It's kind of like a terrible magic card, honestly.
Okay. We also saw JM put an Underground Sea and a basic swamp in the pile. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. You could do that if you want to play around like a random wasteland. I don't know if you would expect wastelands from a Black Saga Storm deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
maybe it's just a little bit of luxury. Maybe.
Speaking of luxury. JM drew a Force of Negation for turn as well.
Sheesh, oh my goodness.
I think that is the correct turn.
Oh my goodness.
So we've got Fluster and a Force up.
Yeah.
So you can even Fluster like a Duress or a Cabal Therapy here. And I think Amédée just has to crack the LED and go for it, right? Because the assumption you'll die next turn is pretty bang on. I mean, if JM just decides not to force the Echo, it's lethal, the Bowmasters. Okay, but he attacks first. There's another Bowmasters. Is there a mana for it, though? See the Echo, there's another Bowmasters, and...
Like a mystery card. It'd be so sick if that's like another mana source.
Yeah.
Let's see, but no. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. It's
always Guy's Will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So we put the Echo on the stack here. He knows JM has a Force and a Fluster. He just knows it's not resolving. So he pays for one of them. It's fine. Make him have it.
I'm gonna pay for one of them.
I mean, he got it. Yeah. There's the Misty we know about. Here's a Ponder. Gonna go down 6 from the Bowmaster trigger. JM just doing the trigger for him. That's terrifying. You know that you're dead. Because usually that's a trigger that you can miss. Here he goes down to... goes up 6. Okay. He'll be going down to... 1? 3?
To 3 life.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. There we go.
Like, technically speaking, like, the Street Wraith is a little unnecessary because if you fetch, you have, like, 1 card left in library. So, like, you kind of took 3 damage for kind of no reason. Yeah. But, yeah, still good enough, dude. Like, this is, like, why Doomsday is such a strong deck in combo mirrors. Like, you also do the combo thing very quickly, but you have, like, trillion of counter magic.
Yeah.
And like so much interaction on the stack.
We saw the counter spells be the MVPs of this match, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like, cause like MD had kind of, I don't want to say like everything, but a lot of things, like Bowmaster was there, Draw 7 was there, Thoughtseize was there.
Yeah.
LED, like it's not like his deck didn't function.
No. It was in the middle, maybe even like middle high like range of draws.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
But I think Amédée played with the cards that were given to him.
Yeah.
And, that's all you can ask, really. Sometimes, especially with these kind of decks that can be a bit all-in, like, sometimes you are just going LED Echo and you just get forced. And the Thoughtseize, you could see Amédée put his, hand on his head. It's like, oh, you got it.
Yeah, I'm really curious what would have happened if he took the Doomsday instead, like because then the game would have been like a really long game, I think.
Yeah.
And the Bowmasters would have been a little better, I think, because you get more attacks in.
Definitely.
And while you attack maybe JM top decks like Brainstorms and Ponders, who knows, right? And just simply die to Bowmasters.
I think given Amédée's hand though, there was obviously no Saga that I thought I saw. There was no land. There was just a Chrome Mox. And there was a Lotus Pedal, so his hand was not set up to play a longer game, really. I think it's easy to say in hindsight here. Yeah, you take the Doomsday because that's what killed you. But like, are you with that hand? Are you fighting through Double Forcible and Flusterstorm?
I mean, probably.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But that was a really interesting decision, and he obviously thought about it long and hard. And there was also an argument to take in the Flusterstorm, I think.
Right.
As once a Forcible is cast, then you're pitching the second force, and the Flusterstorm is just going to be a 1v1. Like if we saw the Flusterstorm just counter the Echo.
Absolutely, yeah.
So maybe you want to take the Fluster so that like a Cabal Therapy would there is Cabal Therapy in the deck. I think I just spied one. So Cabal Therapy drawn would have to get forced, but if the Orc Army had resolved, you can then flash it back as well.
Oh, good point. Good point. Yeah. Okay, cool. I would say this is it for the second round. This was pretty exciting, and please don't assume that everyone in France plays combo decks only. We will probably see like a variety of archetypes throughout the day. So, yeah, stay tuned. And this is the end of the round 2.